Hey everyone, welcome back to Catching Up with the Walkers. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Oklahoma day. The sun is shining. It might be a little windy, but we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
And today we are going to be getting ready. You guys know, we've told you that we are about ready to go on vacation for spring break. So we are going to be traveling up to Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C. Yes, we have a farm sitter. Yes, we have security cameras. Yes, we have it covered. So don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I know your concerns, but a lot of you have asked, will you please make a point, a time when you're in this area, in this part of the country, to meet up with us. So Cassie?
Yeah, and that's one reason that we don't wait until weeks afterwards when we went somewhere, because several times when we have gone on, if you don't know, we're doing all 50 states in 5 years, and we're almost there, and we're about 3 years in.
3 years, about
Going on to
34 states in, I think.
Yeah, so in that, we have got to meet several of you guys at different places because we let you know where we're coming. We understand not all of you can come here to see us, so as we're traveling around, if it works out, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, and on this trip, it is. So lots of you guys have asked. I have made a little announcement that I put out on our social media and things like that. If you haven't seen it, Gary can put it up on the screen. But March 14th, Friday, we are meeting from 3 to 4 at Hayloft Ice Cream Shop in Leola, Pennsylvania. It's in the Lancaster County area. And looking on their website, I have not talked to them. They have no clue we're coming because, I mean, we assume there's not going to be hundreds of people. It's not a big deal. There's probably going to be like 5 of you.
Well, and they have outside seating. They have tables outside. They have like a little playground area for the kids. So it looked like the perfect place.
Yeah, one of you guys sent me the location of that and said, hey, I think this would be a great place. And then I looked at the website. All the proceeds that they make at this ice cream shop goes to a local boys camp that is for kids who are in foster care, maybe have a bad home life, are in some trouble and just need a place to go to get it back together. So I think it's completely fitting that we do foster care. We have adopted, things like that, that we're meeting you someplace that kind of shares the same values as us and do the same kind of things we do. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're excited to meet you. If you are able to come out, then come join us. If not, then just watch our videos. Maybe we'll have a Catching Up with the Walkers video in a little bit while we're there. We'll see.
Yeah, and I know that time and day may not work for everybody, but that's when it worked for us. So we're throwing it out there, and whoever can come, we hope to see you there.
Yeah, I think it'll be easier to access too than like being in Washington, D.C. by one of the monuments, because
paying for parking and
in DC,
crazy visitors.
It's going to be hectic getting in and out of the city and different stuff. So we think this is a good location. So we hope to see a lot of you there. And not only are we going to be going on vacation, but another few days after that is the Okie Homesteading Expo.
Yep.
And you know, Cassie's going to be having her chicken talks.
Yeah, I'm actually talking twice on Friday. One Friday morning at, I think it's at 9 a.m. And the other one is Friday afternoon, evening at, I believe, 4 p.m. So it's on the schedule and things like that. But the first one, I'll be talking about creating your ideal flock. And the second one, I'll be talking about hatching.
So if you don't see us in Pennsylvania, then make the drive to Oklahoma, Mays County, Okie Homesteading Expo at the Mays County Fairgrounds. And we have a lot of stuff to do though, so we're going to bring you guys along real quick as we prepare. We're going to prepare to leave, and there's several things we need to do ahead of time. One of them is take care of this girl.
Yeah.
So Iris is getting big, and while we're gone, we don't necessarily want her running out as much. So what we're going to do is expand her pen a little bit.
Yeah, our farm hand and the person who will be farm security and hanging out around here, we want to try to make it as easy as for them to do all the necessary things. So in order to do that, we got the chicken tractors. We're going to make a little bit better spot for her that she doesn't have to be let out, put up every single day. Just doing things to try to help the farmhand not have 87 different things to do.
So you guys have seen these panels. Look at this, my workout today. 1, 2,
but they're
1, 2.
They're so light, is it really a workout?
Yes, it's a workout, Cassie. So these are from Lakeland Direct. You guys saw them on Walker Farm Fan, but I'll put the link down in the description if you guys are interested. These are livestock panels, but they are also going to work for a livestock guardian dog. I believe.
Yep. We're going to do it today because we're still a couple of days out. Make sure it contains her and keeps her in, and she doesn't figure out how to get out before then. Should we flip them over so there's no...
I think that's what we're going to do. Since she's still a puppy and kind of low to the ground, we're going to put them like this.
Flat, because this has a swoop.
And yes, these are legs. I think somebody asked on one of our videos. These are legs, but it would really work either way. There's not like a wrong way to do it.
Someone asked if those were legs?
No, somebody asked if we had them upside down. They thought that maybe they should go this way all the time. So.
Depends on if you want legs or decorative.
Yeah, it all depends on what you want. So we're gonna get these going. I'm gonna go grab a gate real quick so people can get in and out if needed. Woo, sorry. So Cassie's already laid it out most of the way. So
I noticed you keep getting all these things that are light and easy and light and easy to work with so that I can not have an excuse. One's short, one's long. Is there a difference?
One of these days I'm not going to be here, okay?
One's short, one's long. Does it matter?
What do you mean one's short, one's long? If we need the longer ones, then we'll change it out. But like any of them will work, I think. So, but this is the beauty of these panels. You can put them up in just a very short amount of time. They go up very quickly and easily. And yes, anybody can do it, Cassie, even you. All right, I'm gonna drop that one from the top. Gotta watch my wrist. Hang on.
You smashed my hand yesterday. I guess it's only fair I smashed yours today.
Watch it.
You move the thing and I'll...
Two wrongs don't make it right. Down?
Yeah, go. Sucker!
I just told you. I said down, you said yes. Down?
Yeah, go.
Sucker! I just told you. I said down, you said yes.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Why did you put your finger there?
It wasn't. When you pushed it down, my finger went with it. I'm gonna get him with this.
If something happens to me, watch this video.
Also, I just yelled, sucker. And Ranger has been telling me ever since, remember when we went to the youth deer camp at Stoked Living?
Yeah.
I did something and I yelled sucker, and Ranger came over there later, Mom, you need to stop saying that. It sounds like you said a bad word. And I was like, no, it doesn't. So I told my assistant at school that story, and then the other day something happened. The kids weren't around, but the other day something happened and I said, sucker. And she was in hearing distance, and she came over just dying laughing. And she said, you know how Ranger said that sounds like a bad word? She goes, had I not known you, and I know you don't say that, I would have thought you said a bad word. And I'm like, dadgummit, it just comes out. I'm going to have to find a new word. So if that just sounded like I said something bad, I said sucker, I guess I'm going to have to start saying gravy. That doesn't sound like anything. I don't know. But how do you retrain yourself? At least I don't say actual bad words.
Just don't hit me with that pipe. That's all I'm worried about. See, people? See what I got to deal with? The threats are real.
Look, this is from the other day.
Hey,
and you don't wonder why I don't want to come out here and help.
I was on the complete opposite side of the trailer when that happened. I have no control over your clumsiness. All right, I better quit, or she really will hit me. All right, I have her right where I want her. You're trapped.
You can think you can cage this animal?
Yep, you can't go anywhere now. So this is a nice little makeshift pen.
We'll wire this back so that he doesn't get, or so that she doesn't get stuck in or out. Secure those to that. Got a little gate right here.
There she is right there. You think you can catch her?
Iris. Iris.
So when Iris knows that she's about to go up, she doesn't like to come to us.
Nope.
Any other time when I'm feeding or anything else, she comes.
Yeah, she ain't no dummy.
No, she's livestock guardian dogs are smart, not only about animals. Cassie also never hardly catches her, so Cassie can probably do it with no problem. Yeah, Cassie can do it with no problem. Me, she's learned that Gary's the one that takes her to the pen. So The thing is, she's so big. Look at her. She is so grown so much. I told the kids that she doubled in size, and they don't really believe me. But this will give her plenty of room to roam while still making sure she's safe. I just, I kind of watch for signs when she starts getting brave. I kind of get her to go back. But when I'm not here, I'm more worried. So we'll tell the guys that she can get out off and on, but to make sure and keep her up when they're not going to be here. So yes, we are turning Iris out. We went ahead and zip tied everything off at the corners so it's nice and secure. And she is a good dog, isn't she, Cass?
Yep.
I think she'll make a great livestock guardian dog. So I'm excited to see her and follow along. Well, next on the list is to rearrange the animals out here. So the alpacas are going to be moving out to the pasture where the cattle are. And hey honey, hey girl, yeah, you better know what's in there. These girls, she's so gentle, she'll follow me right out. Come on. And then of course Alfred, come on. So Benny's going to go where the alpacas are, but I want to keep him busy for about that long. All right, Cassie, release the hounds. Honey, Alfred. Now they are really going to be wanting green grass. So, honey, come on, honey. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on, honey.
They're like, we already found some.
I know. They've been craving green grass. Whenever they're up on winter hay, they really like green grass. Come on, girls. Come on, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on, Alfred. Come on, honey. Come on, babies.
We're not real sure how old Alfred is, but we know he is old.
Yes, Alfred's old, and honestly,
he's living out his days on Walker Farm.
We don't know how much longer he'll last, but he's not going anywhere. He's going to be living out his life here and with us here. But he is old and probably not a lot longer left, is there, Cass?
No. Him and Alvin came together 10 years ago, and they were already old?
Yeah, Ranger was sitting in a car seat whenever we went and got Alvin and Alfred.
And Mazzy was just a baby or a toddler.
Yeah, just a baby. I don't even think Mazzy went with us when we went and got him because she was so little. I think she stayed with my mom, but Ranger came. Anyway, it was 10 years ago, and they were retired at that point. Alvin was retired from the show ring.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm trying to think back. Time flies, but yeah, he's pretty old and he's looking old, but he's happy and doing good.
Yeah, he gets
just an old man.
He gets checked on every year when they get sheared. He gets wormed, gets his feet trimmed up. So we'll take a look at their feet.
About time.
Alpacas have to have their feet trimmed. We already have the appointment made for both Honey and Alfred to be sheared. I'm just looking at your feet, girl. Don't spit on me. So, yeah, they'll be trimmed up and taken care of before too long. And she might have a baby inside. It's hard to tell with all of her fleece, but once that is shaved off, I think it'll be a little bit easier to tell, don't you?
Yeah, it's just a big ball of fiber.
So next up in the musical pin move is Benny. He's been a good one, hasn't he, Cass?
Yep.
So our little Jack, you want some more feed? Come on. Come on, Benny.
This is why we try to keep everybody bucket trained, meaning when we shake a bucket, they come, because it makes it much easier when you're playing musical pins.
Yeah, and then we'll get to them next, but right now we need Benny in here. And we need Iris to vacate the premises. Benny, come on, Benny. I'll give you a little bit, buddy. Iris, donkeys don't like dogs. No offense. But you don't recognize any kind of danger from any animal. Come on, Benny. All right, so Benny's gonna have this pen to himself. Once we decide to wean Faith, then we're gonna put Benny out with the ladies, and then Faith will go in here with another stallmate.
Okay.
Whichever one. But that's probably going to be when we get back from our trip, right?
Yep.
We need to look at her exact birthday. I think it's about long enough, though. All right, girls. If I can undo this, you girls get to come in here. So now they have full access.
And you want the gate out there locked?
Yeah.
Or this one?
No, we're going to lock the gate out there. So, come on. I'm not going to tease you. I told you I'd give you a little bit of grain. They're all checking it out. But they'll be able to access this full hay bale. I'm going to move these panels to where they can get all the way around it without any problem. There's still a lot of hay right there to eat. And they are going off of green grass. So we don't want them to founder on the new spring grass that's going to be coming in this week. So they are going to be locked in here. Cassie's going to shut this gate. Or I will. Somebody will. Yeah, you can shut that one.
Just leave it like that?
Uh-huh. Yep, and then we can basically leave that 16-foot gate open over there. So that is shut now, and that means the donkeys have all of this to roam, the females. And if something comes up, look at Faith jump. If something comes up and we need to use the cattle pens, we just lock the donkeys in that pen, and then we have full access for the cows to come in here. So yeah. It all works out. But once we get the donkey paradise built in the back, then these girls will have a permanent home back there.
You two quit.
Faith being a toot.
Well, I think they're being a toot to her, and then she's just acting crazy along with it.
So it will be time to worm them on Easters when we do our worming. So that's going to come up the end of this month, early next month, whenever it is. So, yep, you girls are good now. You're not going to be happy, though, because you just got locked out of your big pasture to go graze all day. But guess what? You can eat hay.
Retta, come on now.
It's
All right,
like,
how are we getting out of here?
It's like putting them on a diet, isn't it?
Yeah, out of the green grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got to be careful with equine, donkeys, horses. They can't have too much green grass at the wrong time of the year. Some of them it affects, some of it doesn't. You guys know we had Dolly, it affected her bad. But these girls have all been fine, so. I mean Patsy. But I was looking at June just now, and she looks like she's drying up maybe.
So that's one thing I was wondering too, if they will actually try to wean them on their own.
I mean, well,
or not. Uh-oh. Girls, Iris, get out of here.
She still is hanging down. They don't get a big old bag like a cow.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, but she is still hanging down. But
Man, look at Faith.
she's so happy to be in here.
Well, she's wanted to come in here for the longest time, and she hasn't been able to. So I think she's just happy to be in here, like you said.
Got the zoomy zooms.
She's a pretty little donkey. You know what? I'm not letting you. Okay, you can come in here. Come on, you can go in.
I'll get out of here.
She won't kick.
By accident.
Okay, I'm gonna open up this other panel. So that has most of the outside stuff finished. Going on vacation as an adult is not nearly as fun, is it, Cassie?
Not when you have a farm.
Yep.
It's harder work and more preparation. I've also done 4 loads of laundry today to get everyone's clothes ready to go.
So the week before you go is probably the toughest time, because not only do you have to maintain all the current stuff you do anyway, but now you have to do all the prep to leave. Which I'm not complaining, because I am very blessed. I'm very thankful that our family is able to go on these trips and do these types of things.
But then when you come back, it's right to the next thing, and you almost need a vacation in between the reality to recoup.
Yeah, but that's all part of it. That's what we signed up for. That's what we're going to do. One other thing we need to do, though, is candle the eggs. So in Cassie's chicken speech, in the perfect world, there will be little eggs hatching.
So I talked to Rachel and Brandy, and we're going to try to put them in like the hall of the expo, so that no matter what day or who's talking or anything like that, people... Iris? She's eating on something. But no matter what day it is, people can just go out and look in the hallway and not disturb another talk or something else going on. They'll just be out there in their own little spot. People can come and go and see the progress of them each day, even when I'm not talking. So that's the plan.
All right, so before that...
Things ever go as planned?
Before we can get to that, though, we have to make sure there's actually something inside of these eggs.
Yeah, we haven't looked.
And we haven't looked. So we're going to go candle the eggs. We'll bring you along. So the sure hatch is cooking. There are eggs in the oven, so to speak.
Yep, I really like this incubator. It's working out great. I'm not able to take this big old incubator to the expo, so I'm gonna have to use my little incubators once I put them on lockdown. Hopefully the transition will go well. I don't know what else to do because not lugging this thing around. And today we're gonna candle them old school, so.
I've got the lights when you're ready for them. So Cassie's,
if they're bad, I'll put them in this.
This is the few amount of eggs. Our chickens quit laying at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And this is what we have to work with. We have a few more in there, but they're a day late and it's all short.
These are the ones that's got to be good to hatch.
Yes.
Man, I thought we had more.
Nope, that's what we have.
Okay, Lord Jesus, help them be fertile.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to turn your light off in there. So it's kind of hard to tell until we get them. Oh,
it's a good one.
Look at all those veins. That's great. Okay.
You can see right through it.
Not good.
Uh,
33% hatch rate so far.
Oh my gosh, this isn't good.
Now, the other ones were very close too, so we can still bring them. 1 out of 5.
Oh man. This is bad. I feel like these are all from the same birds. Oh my gosh. See, you can just see through it. Nothing's in there.
Yep.
Starting to get sick to my stomach.
Oh, you'll be okay.
Bad. Dadgummit. Okay, blue egg. Come on, blue egg.
Ooh, that one's good.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
Nope.
Oh, I can see it now. Yep, nope,
Oh
no good.
my gosh.
Well, you have that one. You have a chance. There's a chick that's going to hatch.
Okay, it's not meant to be. Oh my gosh.
So what happened? That's the question.
Well, it was a really cold part. It was when we got that really... Oh!
Okay. You're our hope.
That completely...
Was this when we moved that rooster back? No, that was before we moved the rooster back, wasn't it? Okay, let's go ahead and candle the rest.
Okay, what's good is it's moving.
Okay. Let's candle the rest. The other ones have a chance of hatching. They were just a day behind, so they have a chance.
What's the X's on them? Mean
So
they're older?
these were meaning they just went in a day after.
Alright.
So that's, I just kind of separated them by that.
Well, there's one that's good. Bad.
So we started off with one good one earlier. Hopefully this isn't a sign.
Bad. Oh, that's a tiny, tiny egg, but it actually made it.
It's good.
Surprise. Bad. Look, you can really... Oh, my hamstring's cramping up. You can really tell on this white egg how there's just a yolk in there. Nothing ever formed.
Are you just using a flashlight?
Yeah.
I thought we had a candler with like a thing on it that you could put down. Oh, it's really bright when you shine it in my eyes.
Rubber? It says just a flashlight with a piece of rubber on it. But
Yeah. I know it just keeps it, gives it a better look whenever candling. You cramp? Yeah, bad. 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 And good.
Is that angle good for you?
Yeah, it's very dark. So, it's just not as good for the camera.
That's what I'm trying to fix.
Yeah, I can see it. Okay. So the good news is we have a small incubator anyway. It couldn't have held more than 12 eggs. The bad news is we were hoping to get all 12 good eggs in it.
I'm really disappointed, but so it goes. And it's nothing on the incubator. It's nothing on the chickens. It's the time of year, the weather, and all that.
So is that 4 total?
Yeah.
All right. So it's just part of hatching. Sometimes your roosters don't cover your hens,
But in the spring and summer, that doesn't really that's never happened to me.
No.
I've never had that many not fertile and not start progressing. So super cold, not a lot of birds are laying their eggs. Like if I put a new rooster on a chicken and I go start getting the eggs the next day, the old rooster is still with that chicken for 30 days. So if you are wanting, you know, say I want to start using a new rooster, you're going to look at 30 days out before it's the eggs, your fertile eggs that you're actually wanting. So what happened 30 days before we gathered these eggs? You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Within that time frame. Snow, 2 really bad snows, cold weather, craziness, but I was just hoping we were an exception.
Well, and what happens too when we had that snow and the ice for days, the roosters kind of stayed put in the hen house.
Yeah.
In the coop.
They're not covering the.
And they weren't getting out, walking around, having their chance to cover all the hens, and the hens and the roosters could have been separated. So anyway, it's part of it. That's what you get, and this is why we share the good and the bad.
Also, it'll add to my hatching talk.
There you go. So I think we're almost ready.
Yep.
I feel like we're getting ready. We're getting closer every day, but we hope that some of you will come out in Pennsylvania and meet up with us. Last time we were at Plymouth Rock, and we saw lots of you guys, and we still get messages, and when I see somebody in the comments, it's always just special to meet people.
Put
and
a face with a name.
Yeah, put face with a name, and that interaction is very special. So if you have time, we'd love to see you. If not, no worries. Maybe we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
So Cassie's got to head off to school.
Another wardrobe change.
Another wardrobe change. She's kind of get hot and sweaty on the farm. You don't want to go like that to school.
Well, and although I may still have on a hat and t-shirt, I look a little more professional. I'll be outside for soccer practice, so protect myself from the sun.
All right. Well, if you guys have any prayer requests here on Catching Up with Walkers, we always try to make sure and make a point in time for that. Leave those down below. My grandparents, they're looking at going back to a nursing home. So if you would just be in prayer for the situation. I went out there yesterday and brought them dinner, and it's all just a changing all the time. So,
and you got to figure out what's best for them and everyone else. And this is kind of the first time Gary and I, we're not right in the thick of it, but it's the first time we've really experienced family having to make the best decisions for everyone around. And we've seen other friends and things have to make it, and we have our own personal opinions, but when you're actually in it and it's your family, it's really hard.
Yeah. So if you would just be in prayer for wisdom for that entire situation, and we really do appreciate it. But like I said, leave any of yours down in the comments below. But we hope you guys have a great day, and God bless.
We love you guys.